24 to 26. Okay, before we begin, let's just sum this up real quick with all the important events. So, Kinuthia tells Wayaki about the rumor that he was no longer a teacher. And then Wayaki also made the move of wanting to warn Joshua about how they're going to come after the Christians. And then there was Nyambura's rebellion against Joshua to join the Wayaki. And there was a moment where the people of Makuyu and Kamino gathered. And also the last scene where Wayaki could not deny Nyambura. Okay, so let's start with Wayaki. He's responsible because he went to warn Joshua, even though he was like the opposite team. Okay, opposite group. But we cannot allow this to happen, Joshua. The madness of one person. I think that one person refers to Kaboni, if I'm not wrong. The names all start with K. It's so confusing. And then here was when I think Nyambura went to him and Wayaki felt hurt because of the rejection. And then he suddenly understood the barrier between him and Joshua. And then he says, oh, go back to your father, because he didn't want her to get into trouble. So that shows he's thoughtful. And then here is Kinuthia caring because he tries to warn Wayaki of what might happen if he goes and warn Joshua. So he tells him that, oh, they may see you as a traitor. And Nyambura, she's getting ready to rebel. So see here, she had never rebelled before, and this was her first act of rebellion. And this is Joshua being very unappreciative of the risk that Wayaki took to come and warn him. And he's like, don't tell us what we can do. And he says, save yourself first. Save yourself from the wrath to come. What do you, who have always worked against the people of God, want in my house? So here are just some relationships, very quick. Wayaki and Kinuthia are close. Joshua and Wayaki hate each other. Well, it's mostly that Wayaki was being a good person, but then Joshua was like mean, and then now there's hatred. So yeah, don't tell us what we can do. And Nyambura and Wayaki is love now. That was fast. Kinuthia and Wayaki is distant. Because Wayaki like pushes him away, even though Kinuthia was just trying to warn him. So here there is some love and between the two of them. And she's like, oh teacher, I have always loved you. I'll go where you go. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me. Okay, anyway, I really got to go. Let me just summarize this real quick. The two of them, they get in front of like the whole gathering of people, and then Kaboni tells the people about Wayaki and Nyambura's love, and Kamau, who is also salty, backs this up with his citing of them, like he was a witness, and then they were like, yes, you know what, I'm not going to decline this anymore, yes, we love. And then they felt so betrayed by them, and they're like, what, seriously, what, how could you do this, she is a Christian. And so they get very mad, and then the both of them get like exiled, or if you want to interpret as it died, I like to interpret it as they died. I'm sorry, I'm very dark. Okay, they died. What an ending, right? No closure. How does it make you feel? Style, go.